Well, the Serrato family grew up in a small little place between Malaga and Fowler. I have 3 brothers and 3 sisters, so we were a large family. There were 7 of us, mom and dad, and growing up, everything that was instilled in us, we still practice today. That was, if you work hard, you'll have opportunities, and opportunities are opened up if you go to school. And so we did that, and I was actually the first to go to a 4-year college and attain my BS degree in ag business.
Well, my connection with Gary goes way back many years when we were children. Our families knew each other basically by going to the same church. We were from the same area. So we grew up together, and our paths crossed quite often. Gary was just the kind of guy who always seemed happy-go-lucky, always with a smile on his face.
So in 1986, I started as the water master here at the Fresno Irrigation District. That job entails the scheduling of water, the delivery of water, the management of our water supply. As the water master, eventually was elevated to the assistant manager here at the Fresno Irrigation District, where I took over the operation and the management of our maintenance department as well too. And then eventually it led to me being the general manager here at the Fresno Irrigation District. And I've been the general manager for the last 19 years here.
Gary appeals to a broad variety of people and understands enough about what they do that he's willing to be engaged with them. He would be just as happy out in a pickup truck in muddy boots working with somebody as he would be talking to a state senator.
What you see is what you get with Gary. I mean, he is very much an incredible leader, an individual that really doesn't hold a lot back. You know where he stands, and he is a person that others look to help lead the discussions and be a part of everything that's going on in the water world. And he truly has been a major advocate for this region, an advocate for the water supply for agriculture, the urban side. He is just a really down-to-earth, great individual who has been really synonymous with the water world here locally.
One of the things I like best about Gary is that he takes his job really seriously, but he doesn't take himself seriously. And by being as personable and creative as he always is, he's able to get very good results for the people he serves, and is a very well-liked and enjoyable individual to be around.
The Fresno Irrigation District is made up of 245,000 acres, and farmable is about 150,000. And our goal and our charge is to be the stewards of the water supply that we have, and most of them come from the Kings River, and they're licensed by the State Water Resources Control Board. So we have a water right to the Kings River to be able to divert that water and deliver it to our constituents. I say constituents because we also deliver water to the cities of Fresno and Clovis, as well as our growers.
Working with Gary has been a lot of fun. He has this ability to be lighthearted and to kind of, allow for plenty of room to have a joking and fun culture, but at the same time, he can get very serious and down to business when needed.
When you talk about Gary, the one thing that I think that's so important in my relationship with him is what he's really done to be a mentor to folks within the water world. The water world is a very complex place because of the historical knowledge that it takes to really understand what goes on. Here I'm just about 15 years into my career on this side of things, and even I just know a fraction of what's going on. And so be able to have people like Gary who are willing to take folks under their wing and to understand the nature of this business has been a really true asset to so many folks up and down the valley.
He's not afraid to make the hard decision. Oftentimes people know what the right decision is, but people are afraid to speak up or afraid to voice that opinion. They'll want to caucus or meet with their team. Gary has no problem letting people know where he stands, what his position is.
He hasn't changed much from the childhood days. He still has that little mischievous look to him. But he's what I like about Gary is, and this is me with Gary, is he's always been truthful, and he'll tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. But the best part, I believe that Gary has one of his best assets. He works with you to try to find solutions.
Gary is a deal maker. He doesn't want to, in the work he's done for the district, he doesn't just say no because he can. He wants to work things through and figure out what can be done. And I think that is the difference in him, and that'll be big shoes to fill, or hard to fill, in that void of someone who really wants to make sure that a deal gets done.
I think what stands out to me the most is the relationships that we were able to build throughout the years. The relationships either with the cities of Fresno and Clovis, the county, locally, statewide, and back in DC as well too.
He is bright, he understands water politics, he understands what it takes to be a farmer and what it takes to be responsive to municipalities, and it's been fun watching him and work with him to kind of achieve balance in all of those communities and the stakeholders, and keep everybody apprised of what's going on in California, and make sure that Fresno and the Fresno area gets a fair shake in Sacramento and other places.
He's done things that really truly made a monumental difference in leading not just the district but this region on water quality, water reliability, and he continues to be an individual that even when he retires, quote unquote, he's going to be around for the long term to make sure we continue to go down the right path.
I'm looking forward to retirement. I want to spend more time with my grandchildren. And I do have a farm, so it's not like I'm not going to stay busy. I'm going to continue to be busy, and you never know. I may get lured out of retirement to do some part-time work, but water's always interesting, and to just cut it off and move away, it's probably not going to happen.
The water community in the Central Valley and in California need Gary. They need his ideas, they need his approach, his collaborative manner, and I hope that he will continue to be available as a resource to the district and to others who are trying to work on all the various water issues that are so important.
I think that 20 years down the road, when we look back at all the changes in legislation and the way that water is distributed down the road, we're going to look back and we're going to see that the things that he put in place and the vision that he had with water banking facilities, etc., that all of that actually assisted us and put us ahead of the curve when dealing with all of these current and upcoming issues that we have.
What I hope for Gary when he retires is that he walks away with his head held high, knowing that he left this place, the Fresno Irrigation District, in a better place than when he took over as general manager in early 2000. I believe he knows that without a doubt. The people around him know that, and what a great way for him to go out knowing that.
This guy, Gary, he always likes to say this guy is retiring. That's hard for me to believe, because he has an expression he always would say, he's working way too hard. So will he be in retirement working way too hard? I don't know, probably about as hard as he worked regularly. No, I know he is set out to enjoy time with family and really enjoy a little around a golf or two.
My family's very proud. How do they feel about me retiring? I had a conversation with my daughter the other day about it, and she said, "Dad, I want you to be here for my son, your grandson, to be able to enjoy him as much as you can." And the older that you get, you understand how valuable family is, and so they're looking forward to me retiring. Probably because I get to run the kids around or something, but they really are looking forward to my retirement. And believe it or not, so's my wife.